Hey guys, Cher here. This is going to be a short Cher's rant, so please bear with me. I've said this before, but I'll say it for the last time to rest my case. I'm probably the only person in the romance anime sphere who actually doesn't like Miyamura's appearance change in Horimiya. I get that it was a plot point because Hori's absent dad suddenly reappears when Miyamura is at Hori's apartment and tells Miyamura to his face that he doesn't like guys with long hair, to which Hori calls her dad out for having long hair. Miyamura then says he'd cut his hair just to appease the man, to which Hori also tells Miyamura that he doesn't need to do that because she doesn't listen to anything her father says anyway. After getting his hair cut, Miyamura also gets rid of the piercings, and his tattoos are strangely not mentioned again. Although I don't believe he got rid of them because doing that is also expensive enough for a high school student. If fans of Horimiya don't mind the change, I'm not gonna argue with them because, as I stated earlier, as it affects Miyamura's personal growth as a loner kid into now joining Hori's friend group, I understand it. At the same time though, that doesn't mean I have to like how it was done. First things first, one of the romance genre's staples is having their male romantic leads look distinct enough for the audience to have that physical appeal. Some of the most memorable and popular romance series of all time have the most recognizable male leads. Tamaki from Ouran High School Host Club, Mamoru from Sailor Moon, Shao from Sugar Apple Fairy Tale, Kyoka from My Happy Marriage, Itsumi from A Sign of Affection, Tomoe from Kami-sama Kiss, Takeo from My Love Story, and Kyo from Fruits Basket, just to name a few. You would be able to recognize all those characters just from appearance alone, and they didn't have to change much or anything at all for the sake of story or audience appeal. With that said, that's not to say that characters like Shota from Kimi ni Todoke, Ko from Blue Spring Ride, Kakeru from Orange, and Yamato from Say I Love You, honestly though, best boy, are not recognizable or not popular with the fan base. They're just not the first characters that come to mind. In fact, when I first heard of Horimiya as a manga, I was strolling through my college town's local library when Horimiya's image on the manga's first volume stuck out to me like a sore thumb. I don't believe I ever saw a male character who looked similarly to Miyamura's original design ever since I dropped the Nana anime series. So I was actually pretty excited to read and watch a series just from that alone. I know you're not supposed to judge books on their covers, but can you blame me? I wanted to see a male lead protagonist with piercings, long punk hair, and tattoos for once. I thought it was a unique character aesthetic that I could 100% vibe with. Then the series nuked it to make Miyamura look like every other student romance lead, and I was incredibly pissed. I mean, we were never going to have scenes in which Miyamura looks like this ever again.
Everything's fine. You know how guys can be. No worries.
What up, what up?
Die!
That scene has lived in my head rent-free ever since I first watched the episode, and the English dub just makes it better. Now, I'm not saying that the whole appearance transformation ruined the entire series for me, because Hori and Miyamura are still an adorable couple to watch in their healthiness. What I'm saying is that there could have been something original with the story by making the appearance a plot point different to what other series did in the past. Hori could have been trying to explain to Miyamura that she really didn't care about how Miyamura looked, because if the start of the story has shown anything, Hori and Miyamura started getting to know each other because they realized that their lives at home and fashion-wise were completely different from when they're at school. And this could have been a story about screwing what society thinks about you physically and more about how you are as a person. I mean, if people love Given so much due to their rock aesthetics, how come they couldn't do Horimiya in a similar vein? But then I thought about a time when updating a character's appearance actually did work, and that was Momiji from Fruits Basket. No, he's not a romantic lead, he's a side character, but allow me to explain. In the third season, aka the final arc of the series, since time has gone by, Momiji's puberty hits, and instead of being the cute teen that fans of the series were used to seeing, Momiji becomes a tall, fully grown teenager, growing just as handsome as the rest of the Soma men. It was also a great foreshadowed callback to when Hatsuharu was telling off the student council president about the school dress codes. Considering how much time had passed in Fruits Basket's story from when we meet Momiji in Toru's first year of high school to Toru's final year of high school, it wouldn't make any sense at all if Momiji didn't mature physically as well as mentally. It's not like Honey Senpai from Ouran High School Host Club, who the joke of his character is that he was born on February 29th, so he only physically ages only on the leap year day. I guess the argument for Miyamura's case is that his physical appearance change works because it's supposed to show how he mentally changed from his past traumas to feeling better about himself as a person. But here's my question. Can a character feel better about themselves while also not looking like every other student in his school? Well, I guess this is the American in me talking, because in Japan, it's actually not the norm to be your individual self. And if there's anything I learned from YouTubers like Let's Ask Shogo, it's actually this group mentality over being able to be yourself that's actually making Japan not do well as a society at the moment. Again, I'm trying my best not to make others feel bad for liking Horimiya as it currently stands. Everyone who does is allowed to do so, and I have nothing against that. I guess I just wanted to be the minority for a few minutes because this has been something that bothered me ever since finishing the anime a while back ago. I suppose if I wanted to write my own version of Horimiya, I mean, I could. I don't see anything stopping me from doing that since Korean, Chinese, and Thai dramas make their own versions of famous manga and anime stories all the time, with their own spins on the tales. Ah well, thanks for joining me for this short rant. If you guys liked what you saw and heard, you know what to do. I'm Cait, Cher, and it's been real. Ciao!